Do you know
What?
my dad went and bought all my sisters one of these?
That's so cute.
All because I showed it to my sister Brianna, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get one." He went to every Home Goods to get. So Simone got one.
Yes.
Shanika, Brianna, and my mom. Like,
That's so cute.
child,
I love it.
they want to be like me so bad.
Oh my God. Everybody wants to have the influencer cup.
Yeah, this is the knockover. This ain't no Stanley.
Yeah.
We ain't paying no.
Yo, when she came over, I'm like, you paid $40 for that cup. I was about to be mad at her because
$13.99.
I'm a cup aficionado.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, all right.
No, you are. Like, oh, that's
No,
fine.
Merv showed me some new joint that I was like, oh, I need to get that joint, but it's $40.
What kind of like what is the difference?
So okay, so it's called the Dylan Cup, Dyln, right? And it's named after the owner's brother who passed away from something. I know. I thought that was really cute. But the cup has a little filter thing at the bottom that makes the water when you put it in it makes it alkaline water. Which yeah,
okay, so that's actually worth $40.
Yeah.
So my like,
but it also keeps your water cold all day long too.
Okay.
Yeah, but the only thing is like
I'm not mad at it.
The only thing is like I really like this company here because of the spout. Like this isn't an Owala bottle. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I sound like a fucking nerd.
No,
we can just start the show.
No, say.
I was about to go into a tangent about water bottles. I don't want to do this anymore.
No, it's educational.
I sound like a fucking nerd.
It's educational. It's educational. It's okay. Like.
I sound like a fucking nerd. I sound like the water boy. That's high quality H2O.
Yo. I ain't seen that movie in forever.
Yo.
I have not seen that movie in forever.
That movie was wild.
Okay.
You ready to start the show?
Yes.
Okay.
We can do it.
All right. Hey guys.
Hey everyone. There I go with them damn fingers again.
It's okay. Welcome to episode 9.
Yes.
Gang. I'm your girl Sierra T.
And I'm your girl Sherelle B.
And this is Headwraps and Lipsticks, the podcast.
Where we wrap the culture up in color.
Yes, ma'am. All of that in a bag of potato chips.
Okay.
Yes.
As long as they are Cape Cod.
Ew.
Potato.
Wow, we starting to show off terrible.
I mean, really, because I don't understand
why you like Cape Cod.
Cape Cod chips they're better.
Let me guess, you like Utz too, huh?
I mean, if they're on sale and I'm just going, like, I'll say this, like, Utz is like, I hate to say this, but yo, can you grab a bag of chips when you come over here? Yeah, I'm gonna get Utz. Unless Cape Cod's on sale, then I will get them. But there's nothing wrong with Utz. Lay's fall apart quickly.
Lay's are not good, and
So what is your chip brand then?
My chip brand doesn't. Unfortunately, they don't sell it down here.
What?
It's hers.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I like Wise. Wise potato chips, like their honey barbecue. Oh my gosh.
Sorry, still hers.
So you don't eat chips down here?
No, I mean I eat chips, but I eat them like begrudgingly. I'm like, these fucking chips suck.
So you don't like Ruffles?
I mean, I like the cheddar and sour cream. That's it. That's all you get. They really snap with that flavor too.
I don't like sour cream and cheddar and sour cream. I don't want.
I feel like it's always something.
It's always
with you every time.
No,
every time we do an episode, it's always something with you.
No, I don't think that cheddar and sour cream is a superior flavor. Like it's
to what?
I just don't think. Honestly, it's not top 10 at all. Well, like it's like. It might be top 20, but it's not top 10.
It's as a matter of fact, it's top 2, and it's not number 2.
Wow, no, it's not. We can do this poll. It's not a problem.
It really, and I'm gonna be right because I know for a fact I'm gonna be right, sis.
No, like
okay. So what's your top chip? Your top chip flavor?
My top chip flavor?
She gonna say it's like vinegar or some shit.
No, that's top 10, but it's not top 5.
What's the top? What's your top?
Number 1 is honey barbecue. Like.
Over cheddar and sour cream?
Absolutely.
You're smoking crack.
It's honey barbecue, then it's salt and pepper, and that's like because it's this particular brand by Cape Cod. honestly, I like regular chips because I get that little
I
onion.
knew she was gonna come in here with some plain.
Because I know, but I like onion dip.
No, okay, just without the dip. Like this is a chip that you can smash
Okay, so
without any dip, like just raw dog in the chip.
Honey barbecue, salt and pepper.
Okay.
What's it called? Just regular barbecue.
Okay.
Sour cream and onion. And yeah, salt and vinegar. I said it.
Here's the thing. You can like all those flavors, and every brand has those flavors. But no brand other than Ruffles does cheddar and sour cream the way it's supposed to be done. And that is across the nation, okay? I'm willing to bet that I would win this poll, sis. I'm telling you, cheddar and sour cream is that girl. She's an icon. She's a legend. She is the moment.
To Ruffles. That's it. So she's not that iconic because,
Why don't you like cheddar and sour cream?
I just don't feel like they need to be put together.
You've had it before though, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you had like a bad bag.
But you just said there is no such thing for Ruffles.
You're right. You know what? I'm lying.
You know what
I'm lying. She didn't have a bad bag.
Oh, I also like well, that's not really a chip, but like Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Is Cheetos a chip?
I mean, maybe it's more like a cheese puff.
Cause I was like, I would
call it like a cheese puff. Yeah,
like
a little thin cheese puff.
But like Fritos is a chip.
It's a corn chip.
Oh,
yes, it's a corn chip.
So then, what is Flamin' Hot Cheetos made out of?
It's a cheese puff. What can't you wrap your head around, ma'am?
I can't wrap my head around braids. Actually, I can't wrap my head around the way some of these stylists are literally capitalizing off of you just having to move the comb a different type of way, and all of a sudden it's a whole different style for you to add to your list and charge people for it. Like I literally had a situation with the person that did these braids in my head, and these are stitch braids. Okay,
Yeah.
So I had to learn the difference between a stitch braid and a feed-in braid.
Well, what's the difference?
The way, like basically she puts like slots.
Yes. So those are stitches?
These are, yeah.
Okay. So what's a feed-in braid then?
It's just a straight back cornrow, which looks just like this. Exactly. So I just can't wrap my head around it. I know I go on this hair rant once a year, once a season, but it's just like every year these stylists come up with something new, and it's like, oh, you know what? If I turn the comb a little bit this way, and because my wrist has to go that way, it's a whole new style now. And I can't wrap my head around it. I won't wrap my head around it. However, I will continue to pay for it. That's the bottom line. Like,
well, there you go. I mean, they look good.
I appreciate that, but I'm just like,
so that must take longer because she has to do the slots in your head.
Yeah.
You sound upset.
No, hey, listen, I like it. They like it. I love it. Okay. Cause I'm going to continue to pay for it. But it's just like, I literally had to like look at her like,
that's crazy.
What do you mean? Well, what is the difference?
So why wouldn't she just, this is why y'all making up new names for stuff? If it's called cornrows, if regular cornrows is just called cornrows, why call them feed-in braids? Just call them cornrows.
Listen.
Not all of us went to cosmetology school. I don't know what some of this shit means.
Listen.
Or if anything, put a dictionary on the website.
Something.
We're booking like, hey, this is a basic cornrow.
Right.
Educate your clients. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Not getting it, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
What can't you wrap your head around, sis?
I feel like this is another thing that I bring up often, but I want you bitches who drive Ford F-150s off the road.
Wait a fucking minute.
I want you out of here. I want you F-Ford. Y'all can't drive. Here's what I think. I think people who are gung-ho about having a Ford F-150, y'all overcompensating for something. You know what that is? Driving and parking. Because you suck at both. And as a matter of fact, if you got a Ford F-150, why you always want to park in the front? Get your ass in the back.
I feel you on that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Take that big ass truck. Because you work in corporate. Why you need that pickup truck?
That part.
You ain't hauling no construction equipment.
That part. You know what?
Put that shit in the back of the garage. Why are you up here?
Honestly,
near the compact?
Right. This is compact parking.
Why is your ass up here?
I feel you on that.
I feel like
I like it.
No, seriously, I feel like every time I see it, that brand makes me so
Bruh. So it's not just like Simone said that everybody has a car that is just like, no,
Yeah.
not it. Hers is Honda Pilots and CRV.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why?
She doesn't like Honda Pilots or CRV. She called me one day on lunch. I answered the phone. I was like, hello. She was like, fuck CRVs. I was like, what? She was like, them Honda Pilots and CRVs. Like, I hate them. And I was like, okay.
I got questions. Why does she hate them though?
She just feels like they're just the worst type of car. She said everybody that she sees with one doesn't know how to drive. It's just like, why do you need a high car? Like, there's just no need for it. Just like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel you.
What's your car? The one that you hate the most?
I don't like yellow cars. I don't care what brand it is.
I am offended right now.
If it's not Bumblebee from Transformers, he is the only one they get to pass. But yellow cars are atrocious. They're ugly, every single one of them. Then add South Carolina plate to the back of one. F. Like, throw it away.
The South Carolina plate, I can get you, but yellow.
Yeah,
I don't. Somebody in my neighborhood who drives a yellow car.
Like, why? Why do you want a yellow car?
I want a yellow car.
Why?
Because it's bring, like, it's like, oh, look at this nice little sunshine.
No.
Little bit of joy in my neighborhood.
No, it's bright for no reason.
It's cute. I like it.
It's just, no,
you can easily find your car in a parking lot.
That's maybe the only pro to having it. But unless it gets up and saves the world like Bumblebee,
I need you to be so for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only yellow car that gets to pass.
I need you to be for real right now.
In my book.
I need you to be for real.
Bumblebee, period.
Anyway, I want y'all Ford F-150 bitches off the road. They can't drive. And they like to tailgate you all the time,
They
too.
really do.
And I will not be bullied off the road. Now we all doing 25 in the fast lane.
That part.
Because, like, first of all, you got them high LED lights. Those should be illegal.
No, seriously.
That's what
they're starting to get out of pocket.
That's what Congress needs to be talking about. Because I'm trying to see when I get 72.
No.
And it's not going to work if everybody got these high-ass LEDs. And I'm like, do they got their high beams on or not?
No, and they come standard like that. Like, that's just what it is now.
That's crazy. That's not safe for me.
I talk to Brandon about this all the time. I'll just be like, I can't. I'm still turning my brights on. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, oh, you want to shine me?
Oh, I really feel like, and this will be my last thing, I really feel like cars should have like revert, like on the back. They should have high beams on the back.
Absolutely.
Just so to let people know, like, hey, you blinded me as well, bitch.
I agree.
So we can both go at it.
Listen, I agree. I'm with you 1,000%.
I hate it.
I
hate it.
FCRVs, F-150s, and F yellow cars. Like, that's just what it is.
The yellow cars.
F yellow cars.
Well, damn.
That just... Did you know that red cars, if you have a red car, your insurance can go up?
I did know that. Yep.
Like, I had an insurance agent tell me that one time, and I was like, excuse you?
I wonder if it's just red cars or if it's cars with like any other color besides like black and white.
He said red. He said because they're basically like, he basically called them aggressive. And was like, they like more prone to accidents. I was like, a color?
Wow. I need to see the statistics behind that.
Listen.
Pull out the Carfax.
It was an Allstate agent that told me that, and I was like,
Jake? Oh, that's State Farm.
Yeah, State Farm. It's okay.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
All right.
We don't do State Farm. They too high because they got to pay every damn body.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Ooh. All right, let's get to the show. We got a very politic-heavy show. I mean, it's damn near all politics. Politics from top to the bottom. If you don't like politics, maybe you should. I mean, this country's going to hell in a handbasket. Yep. Just like that. So you should be paying attention.
Seriously.
With that being said, should we start locally?
Yeah, might as well.
This just came down today. North Carolina lawmakers have repealed a permit requirement to buy a pistol.
Girl.
You don't even need a permit to get that Tuliana, to get that mouse tool no more.
North Carolina wants to be Texas so bad, and I'm not. No. Okay? Like, enough. It's really ridiculous. So, Carolina House lawmakers voted to override Cooper's veto of a pistol permitting bill. Like, shout out to Roy Cooper. He's actually trying to keep it safe.
Yes.
And his constituents are like, I don't know. So anyway, this is the first time Republican lawmakers have accomplished that since 2018, and it took some help from Democrats in the House, right?
Right.
So Republicans have a supermajority in the Senate and voted to override the veto on Tuesday, but the GOP is one vote short of a supermajority in the House, meaning they needed to reach across the aisle. So this is Senate Bill 41, which will eliminate required background checks for handguns. Okay, conducted by local sheriff's offices. The bill also allows people attending religious services at places that also serve as schools to carry guns. That also serve as schools. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
To carry guns, and it also launches a statewide firearm safe storage awareness initiative. Okay. I mean, Anyway, 71 Republicans voted to override, with 46 Democrats voting against it.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Cooper actually did take to Twitter to express, his
disdain,
to discuss it. He was like, without any debate allowed by GOP leadership because the arguments were too compelling for them to hear, the House voted to override my veto and eliminate strong background checks for handguns in North Carolina. Allowing known domestic abusers and mentally ill people to buy handguns puts communities at risk.
No lies were told.
Our best bet right now is to make sure that once Roy Cooper leaves office, that hopefully Josh Stein, who is our current attorney general, who is also running for governor, hopefully he will take that seat, because he's probably the only one that will be able to do something about it. But however, it's all about your local voting. The North Carolina House is majority Republican. So you're seeing we have a Democratic governor, and they're like, okay, that's cute. This is what we want anyway.
Right.
But I mean, shout out to Roy Cooper for making that known, like allowing known domestic abusers and mentally ill people to buy handguns puts communities at risk. I don't understand how this is even, like, why we're even discussing this. I don't get it.
I don't get the hype of like needing to have, like, why are y'all so hype about keeping guns like easily accessible?
That part.
That's what's really weird to me.
It is.
It's really, really strange.
Why wouldn't you want to just have a background check? I mean, that's honestly, that's the bare minimum. You're telling me, like, oh, just guns for everybody. Like, no.
Y'all want this to be like a chaotic kind of lawless type of country, and
it's not. No,
this is a mess. There are so many bills that are like in the works right now that it's an absolute shit show. It's a shit storm.
Honestly,
it's a shit NATO.
We need background. We need background checks on some of these people that are writing these bills, because some of them are just like, you be like,
it's really weird out here.
What? Like, what? Like, why is this a thing? Like, I know in Arkansas, they're literally like making a law to make people like as young as 15 be married. Like, basically, you're just giving pedophiles the right to just.
Yes, they want to pass that, because so they.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go there right now.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because it's like, why?
Sick, bruh.
Some stuff is just ridiculous, including this. But I mean, so it has not been initiated yet.
Right.
But the only thing that it's weird that they're like, yeah, we want to give guns to everybody. However, we want to make sure that you're using them safely. Using them safely would be making sure that you get background checks for people. Like, what is wrong with that?
Right.
If they have to go to the local sheriff's office, I mean, you have to get a background check to be hired for certain places. So what's the problem with getting that to purchase a gun, which could literally kill people?
Right.
To Roy Cooper's, point, like domestic abusers, and then y'all want to, then we'll have tweets, oh, prayers for this person.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
You wasn't trying to pray for them when you just let their killer just.
Thoughts and prayers for.
No,
don't thoughts and prayers me.
No.
Don't thoughts and prayers me, dog. Please don't thoughts and prayers
all
me.
you had to do was just do your job and keep the people safe, and you didn't want to do that.
But you don't even want to do that. There are several more bills that have been come up, and I'm going to play this video of this young lady on TikTok. Don't worry, we'll get into that too.
If you live in North Carolina, you need to listen up to this video and get ready to share it, because some catastrophic shit is about to go down in the North Carolina General Assembly today, March 28th. First and foremost, it's a day after another school shooting, and Republicans in the legislature, specifically in the Senate, are going to hold a override vote of the veto that Roy Cooper made last week of SB 41. SB 41 will allow concealed carry in schools. It will also repeal a pistol permit, and it will have education on gun safety. We obviously need more education, but the first two things, fuck that. Secondly, there's going to be a vote in the Senate today on SB 90, which would allow school administrators to search a student for being suspicious. The language of this bill is extremely vague, and we all know that racial profiling exists in this country. This is an extremely racist bill. And today in the House, they are going to vote on HB 10, which is an anti-immigration bill that would require sheriffs to cooperate with ICE. North Carolina does have a large immigrant population, and the language of this bill just says that they can deport anyone that seems to be an immigrant, even if they aren't. Please call your legislators and tell them to vote no on HB 10. Call your state House reps on that. And then call your state senators to tell them to not override the veto on SB 41, as well as to vote no on SB 90. You don't need a huge script on this. Just say that you are their constituent and you are concerned about these bills and that you want them to vote no. You can find the Contact Your Legislator button at my link.
Yeah, so those are all the things that are... The police working with ICE.
Not.
That's some nasty ass work right there.
No.
I'm not feeling it. I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
We have a huge Latino population here in Charlotte.
I really feel bad for, that community, other minorities outside of, African Americans. I mean, of course I feel bad for us too, but like, we're not being subject to deportation, not all, well, African Americans at the end of the day. But it's just like, you come over here trying to get, a better life, and you're literally willing to do whatever you need to do to be successful, just to have people, like some of these congressmen, it's like, you can do that over there. And I really don't understand the need, for these type of laws. Like, I really don't.
Right.
So you want to take away background checks for guns, for citizens, the ones that are shooting up schools and shit. But you want to just send somebody back to whatever country they come from because they seem suspicious.
What does that even mean?
That's an opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just called judgment. You're just judging somebody because they look suspicious because they walk down the aisle at a grocery store one too many times. That's not cool.
Man, I've been in Target and put stuff back, picked it up again. I've looked suspicious in many places, bro.
I wear hoods all the time. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Bro, what does that even mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of this shit is nasty. It's racist. And that's... Sis, I don't know. Like, it's just fucking weird.
Yeah.
Shit's weird, man. And a lot of these bills you'll find that we're talking about today, it's all based in some way, shape, or form in some type of racism or like to keep you closed-minded and, not open to the world.
Literally, there's a bill in North Carolina, HB 187, which is pretty much like a DeSantis law. It's an anti-woke law that pretty much tackles education. And it's very similar to the laws that's going on in Florida.
Yeah.
And there is one activist out in Durham. I forget the name of his initiative. But basically, he actually wrote a letter to J. Cole to have him cancel Dreamville Fest. He was like, you don't need to, like, come here and have this festival with these, anti-woke legislatures, especially like because J. Cole is, was born and raised here.
Right. What?
So yeah, he wrote to J. Cole and was like, I don't, and he's basically doing it to a lot of entertainers. Like, yeah, no, until they get, it's very similar to the, what was that bill when the NBA pulled out of All-Star Weekend here?
Oh, yeah. The bathroom bill.
Exactly. So it was like, NBA was like, okay, like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. So I kind of understand the initiative.
Yeah.
It's a little too late for that.
Well, yeah.
But I kind of understand it because it's like, maybe that's what will work. If we stop telling people to come to these states, you know what I'm saying, these entertainers that are bringing in so much money for you guys.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's what will stop it. Maybe that's what will get their attention.
You know, it's funny you say that because, you know, Tennessee has just put together their just band drag shows there or whatever.
Yeah.
And drag shows are some of the biggest breadwinner money makers in that state. And so they're about to have a come to Jesus moment and realize that they're not getting that money. They're not getting all them tourism dollars because
I don't know, because you got Tennessee, like Nashville, it's like a big country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
no, listen.
I would love to see how like the country community, like music wise,
Yeah.
is like, how do y'all feel about that?
A lot of those people go there, like for Nashville specifically, like they go there for like them bachelorette parties and shit. They get drunk. They get drunk and they hit
Very
up them bars.
true.
Hell yeah. That's gonna fuck up the tourism. Yeah, y'all.
This sudden like hatred against drag is really like,
y'all be reaching talking about, I don't want my kids. Like, you're okay. If we're gonna be all the way honest, we're gonna be all the way real right now. Like grooming drag queens and whatnot, they're not grooming your kids
At
okay?
all.
They're not promoting any type of sexuality to your kids. You know, actually regular TV is promoting sex to your children.
right.
Okay? Every
Right.
you know, shows that you watch
16 and pregnant.
air it out. Euphoria.
Oh, girl.
Your regular everyday TV shows. Scandal, all that shit.
Grey's
All that-
Anatomy. Like, who's saving lives here? Y'all too busy.
They need to cancel that damn show.
Yeah, I saw they got renewed for season 20.
Nobody from the original cast is even on that show anymore.
Yeah, there's only room for one show to do that, and that's SVU. And that's because Benson and Finn and Stabler are still there. Okay?
Nonetheless, like that, these bills are just so nasty, man. Like
I know my grandma's gonna listen to this episode and she's gonna be like, you know what you need to do? Organize. Listen, my grandmother is like former Black Panther. She's like organized.
and I love that.
Get it together.
But I wonder if like organization now looks different now than it did back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think it's just like now it's almost like too many opinions versus back in the day it was just like black or white. You're for it or you're against it. And that's it. There was literally no in between. Now you have, especially, you know, between millennials and the Gen Zs of the world, it's like some people are literally like, I don't like it. I do like, when you got some people, it's like, that's why you see them videos from The Cut where they're like standing on the line. It's like, I kind of agree with it, but then I kind of don't. So it's like, we're never gonna get anywhere if you're just standing in the middle. You know what I mean? So, but I do understand it at the same time because it's like, I don't know.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
We're gonna move right on forward. Speaking of guns and whatnot, there was a shooting in Tennessee. There was a shooting in Nashville this past week.
So y'all want to ban TikTok and drag shows? But, okay.
Here we go. A former student shot through the doors of a Christian elementary school Monday and killed 3 children and 3 adults after elaborately planning the massacre by drawing out a detailed map and conducting surveillance of the building. The massacre at the Covenant School in Nashville was the latest in a series of mass shootings in a country that has grown increasingly unnerved by bloodsheds in schools. The victims included 3 9-year-old children, the school's top administrator, a substitute teacher, and a custodian. The shooter was killed by the police. The shooter's name is Audrey Hale. Something you should know, Audrey Hale was a student at this school when they were younger. Audrey Hale is also transgender, so we need to make sure.
I'm not looking forward to the backlash.
Yeah. I wanted to look up the manifesto because Audrey Hale did leave a manifesto. And I was wondering, like I said, I was telling sis earlier, like me and my mom was talking about it earlier today. And like, we were wondering, like, why did Audrey feel like they needed to come back to the school and shoot this? Like, did something traumatic happen to them at the school? Like, was someone trying to do like some type of conversion camp or something like that? You know what I'm saying, on them? And they were just like, did they like lots and lots of questions? That's why I was trying to see if I could find the manifesto. But this is
horrible.
Did you see some of the clips? Like, I didn't see any clips like that. I came across a TikTok and there were clips of like them shooting the glass door, which is insane.
No.
I've never seen footage that close to an event like this before.
Right, that part.
You know what I'm saying?
Because like how are you getting that close?
I mean, yeah, camera. I mean, CCTV or whatever, cameras in the building or whatever. But you could see them shooting. You could see the glass windows breaking. Them walking through, holding up the was it AK-47? I don't know, holding up the gun. Like it's chilling. Like it's almost chilling to like think like, oh my God, like this is the person like that actually killed somebody.
I just, I mean, it was 3 victims, 3 9-year-olds were killed. William Kinney, 9 years old, Haley Scruggs, 9 years old, Evelyn DeCoste, I believe that's how you say her name, 9, Catherine Coonsey, 60, Cynthia Peak, 61, and Mike Hill, 61. I want to play this one clip of a mother in Nashville that literally took over like live on the news and was like, enough is enough.
Aren't you guys tired of covering this? Aren't you guys tired of being here and having to cover all of these mass shootings? I'm from Highland Park family vacation with my son, visiting my sister-in-law. I have been lobbying in D.C. since we survived a mass shooting in July. I have met with over 130 lawmakers. How is this still happening? How are our children still dying, and why are we failing them? Gun violence is the #1 killer of children and teens. It has overtaken cars. Assault weapons are contributing to the border crisis and fentanyl. We are arming cartels with our guns and our loose gun laws. And these shootings and these mass shootings will continue to happen until our lawmakers step up and pass gun safety legislation. I'm pretty sure this was an unsecured weapon that this teenager got a hold of. We can't even pass gun safety, like safe storage laws in this country to protect kids from getting a hold of weapons that they shoot each other with.
They haven't released the manifesto yet. There are a lot of people who are like, it shouldn't be released due to a lot of concerns in terms of like what will be in the manifesto. So, yeah, there was a Congress.
But that honestly, that kind of makes me think about what you were saying before.
Yeah.
Because this is like the, 50th mass shooter.
Yeah. And
most of them leave manifestos, and we know right away within like a couple weeks, what happens, or like why not why this happened, but like, what these shooters left behind. So it kind of made, I'm kind of on, with what you and your mom was talking about. Cause like, what are y'all trying to hide? Like, what's the problem?
Right. My
concern, once I heard that this shooter was trans, I was like, I can only imagine.
I was like, fuck.
I can only imagine, if there's not already anti-trans laws out here, forget it.
Yep.
Okay. And just forget about it. I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I really, really do, because what you're not going to do is say that, every trans person now has a mass shooter mentality, because that's not what we're going to do. Okay. Because if that's the case, we should be locking up every white person in America, because
child.
Okay. So
I want to play this clip from Tennessee lawmaker Tim Burchett. You seen this?
Yes.
This is a hot ass mess.
Disgusting.
Hold please.
3 precious little kids lost their lives, and I believe 3 adults, and the shooter, of course, lost their life too. So it's a horrible, horrible situation, and we're not going to fix it. Criminals are going to be criminals, and my daddy fought in the Second World War, fought in the Pacific, fought the Japanese, and he told me, he said, buddy, he said, if somebody wants to take you out and doesn't mind losing their life, there's not a whole heck of a lot you can do about it.
Wow.
3
what the
precious little kids.
What does that have to do with you doing your fucking job? Your granddaddy probably dead. No shade, no tea. Like, your job as a lawmaker is to protect the citizens from harm and terrorization. And you're saying we're not gonna fix it? Get this man out of office. Tennessee. I don't know, Tennessee.
I don't know. Y'all might need to be added to our list. Florida, Texas, Tennessee, South Carolina for me.
Yeah.
Not all of South Carolina.
What you mean we're not going to fix it?
Yeah. That isn't, for you to say that on record.
On the record.
I mean, and you know what? It's fine, because maybe there's a primary coming up. Maybe y'all can get him up out of here. Because that is again, those that sit there and say that like there's no power in voting, there is. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't have had Donald Trump in office, okay? Honestly.
Okay.
So vote. When it's time for your primaries, get out there and vote. Do not just vote for you're not just going to do, a presidential election. Like, vote for your local lawmakers, because they're the ones. There's local houses before we get to the big house, okay?
Yes. Local is more important, I would dare to say, than state.
Federal.
Federal. Ooh, Jesus. Local is more important than federal.
Seriously.
Because
y'all not understanding.
it affects you directly, okay? The people in your city, you got potholes in your city, you can't get nobody to come and fix them. That's because your ass didn't vote for it. You didn't raise enough hell.
Listen.
About the potholes in your city, okay?
So for real.
That's real. That's I know you can relate to that.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's really, really sad, the fact that 6 people lost their lives. Little kids, 9 years old. I can't imagine the phone calls that those parents received. And I'm trying not to get emotional, because like this mother said, like, how many kids, not even kids, how many people have they lose their life for no fucking reason? For no reason other than the fact that y'all just want to keep putting guns in people's hands that don't need them. I don't get it. I really don't.
It is really disgusting.
I really, really feel bad for those families that have to go. I just can't.
I'm going to keep my eye out on this, because I am definitely, when that manifesto come out, I want to know what Audrey Hale had to say. Because, it was, y'all, I'm telling you, they went to school there as a kid.
Right.
They was a grown-ass adult and came back and shot the place up. What's going on?
Yeah, what happened?
What's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I don't. And they're really not talking enough about her for me.
Them.
Which made
Him.
Was that there?
Well, it was a she.
Okay, they're not talking enough about the shooter.
Yeah.
For me.
Yes.
And to me, that's odd in itself. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, everybody gonna respect the shooter. Like, so where is the? I need to know.
Yeah.
Something is off about this. Something is very off about this.
Release that manifesto. I want to know what the hell happened to Audrey while at this school that made them decide that they needed to do this.
Where is this person's family?
So many questions.
Remember that situation that happened in Dallas years ago? They said, like, some guy was shooting downtown, and then, like, he blew up.
Yes, vaguely remember.
It was like, that's what this is giving me, because I'm like, okay, you had one picture of this dude, nobody said anything else about him, just like, oh yeah, he was out here in Dallas, Texas. He was out there just shooting people, and he stepped on something and blew up. What?
I don't know. I remember that vaguely, though.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Weird.
Very, very, very weird.
I don't like it.
Anyway, prayers to the families who got to deal with this.
Seriously.
This is terrible.
Again, all these freaking prayers, but no laws being passed to protect them. All these prayers, which is a beautiful thing, but there's no laws in place. That lady said last July.
Bruh.
That's what she said.
Yes.
That was less than a year ago.
It may have been a full year, Mike.
And the school year's not over yet.
It's not even over. That's crazy.
There was one lady that was a mass shooter. Now she's a reporter that had to cover that shit. I think she was either one of them, Parkland, one of them, and she had to cover that. That's fucking wild.
That's wild as hell.
Unacceptable, man. Y'all gotta do.
They don't care.
Let's move on. Don't get mad.
Well, not only do you gotta watch out for bullets, you better check your water. The city of Philadelphia is gonna be.
Ain't that your friend?
Yo.
Ain't that your friend?
Yo.
Ain't that your friend?
Ma'am.
Sorry.
Ma'am. My hometown is going through a water situation. It's not looking good.
No.
There was a spill of latex in the Delaware River, which provides water for the entire city of Philadelphia.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Like, who pressed the button? Like, cause how?
So I think it was like a boat in the Delaware River, and whoopsie daisy, there goes the latex.
A chase boat?
Maybe it was a J.P. Morgan boat.
Yeah.
Did it have crack on it?
Sis was giving.
So anyway, never forget.
Ever.
And never forget.
Ever.
So Them niggas had crack on that boat.
On a boat?
What the fucking boat?
JP Morgan Chase?
JP Morgan Chase boat was just with that white girl on it.
Okay.
Christina Aguilera.
All right.
Fucking Britney Spears.
Okay.
Jessica Simpson. All on the boat.
All the Kardashians.
All like Mandy Moore.
And nobody said nothing about it.
Nobody.
Just, okay.
All the white girls on the boat.
Handle it.
Anyway, the city of Philadelphia is going through like I said, they've been a spill, and now there has been an ordinance, and they're like, yo, you need to drink bottled water. But here's the thing. So they get a text on 2:00, I think that Friday, and they're like, yo, we have a spill in the Delaware River, don't drink no water. Then they get a text that same night around 10 and saying, okay, the water's good to drink until I don't know, March 29th at 11:59. Here's my thing. What the fuck is the difference between me drinking the water at 11 p.m. and at midnight?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right?
I know you ain't cleaned it up that quick.
No.
No.
If I drink it at 12 midnight, I'm screwed. Like that's it.
Yeah, what
But
does that mean?
But 11:59, I'm good. It's really weird. Anyway, so they I don't get it. So here's the guidance for residents. The Philadelphia Department of Water has declared the Philadelphia's drinking water is safe to drink. Wait, no, that's not right. These were like updates during the day. Okay, so where are we
Ooh,
at?
child.
Look at this. You see this? Look at all
That's
these
too
updates.
much. No.
Okay, so where's it at?
I don't got time for that.
So basically, at this point, I talked to my grandma because I'm from Philly, right? So I called my grandma. Grandma was like, "Yeah, we can't." So basically, we have to buy bottled water. You cannot cook with it. You cannot cook with it. My thing is, I'm like, so can you wash with it? Can you wash your clothes with it?
Yeah.
Can you clean your house with it? What you mean? Like clearly you can't brush your teeth with it.
Oh God, yeah.
You don't realize? I don't
It's like
think
Mexico.
Yo, when I say we was buying water up in Mexico.
Listen, I slipped up one time. Like, see, I was in there brushing my teeth.
I was like, no.
I was like,
oh no,
it's happening. It's already here now. We here now.
But you don't realize how much water is involved in your everyday process, bruh.
Literally.
And if I can't eat it, but I'm supposed to wash with it on my body, that means it would still seep through my pores and get into
yeah.
And I'm just worried, I'm just thinking about first of all, I got family there, right? But also I'm thinking about look at how Flint is.
Oh, exactly. Honestly, when I heard about that, that's the first thing I thought about. I was like,
And my other thing is, what are the regulations in terms of having certain vessels on water that have these chemicals, and why are y'all not taking proper precautions? I feel like there needs to be more regulation with that, because y'all way too loosey goosey for the water for me. It's just y'all really just going off vibes. And I'm not, that's not working for me.
People are really I don't know who's the HR professionals nowadays.
Yo.
But y'all just letting anybody come to work and just do whatever. Something happened. I mean, obviously, hopefully this was just a mistake.
Yeah.
Something that, nobody can really rectify, or not rectify, but, something that's there's really no blame. It happens.
Right.
But, my whole thing is the fact that it's just the locations of where this continues to happen. All these urban, Black-owned communities, things like that.
Right.
And all of a sudden, y'all don't have no water to drink. I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, it's not just Black. I mean, the entire city of Philadelphia, which is pretty huge. So, okay, I'm on the Philadelphia Water Department website, and the latest update from March 28th at 6:30 p.m. is saying the Philadelphia Water Department has declared that Philadelphia's drinking water is safe to drink and use.
I hope so.
It says that the Philadelphia's drinking water will not be impacted by the spill in Bucks County. With this data showing no threat to public health, the city is ending the ongoing advisories about monitoring at the Baxter drinking water treatment plant. Again, Philadelphia's drinking water remains safe to drink and use. No contaminants have been found in PWD's water system at any point since the spill. I don't know. If I went out and bought that water, I would still just maybe for another 2 weeks or so, still just
because that's too quick for me.
That's too quick for me.
Way too fast.
This is.
Yeah. No.
I'm not trying to get on my environmental soapbox, but this is too. First of all, it's too close to home for me. I don't like this shit. First of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, y'all playing with Mother Earth, and y'all are not doing the proper things you need to take care of it.
Mother Earth's gonna get us back.
Okay,
and that's the scary thing.
That's what's scary. That's just for real. And I don't know. I feel like there needs to be way much more.
I'm with you.
There needs to be way more restrictions in terms of how we're maneuvering about in terms of the environment, people's drinking water, the lands, how we're cleaning. Like, so many other countries are ahead of us in terms of like all of that stuff, and they have like cleaner neighborhoods. The ozone isn't as fucked up there. Like,
it's clear.
It's clear. You can see the stars at night, even if you are in the city. You know, like, we need to really figure out as a country how to have better energy practices, earthly practices. I don't know, but
they're too busy trying to ban drag shows and TikTok and give guns to everybody so that the gun smoke can continue to go in the air and pollute the air. That will pollute the water. That will kill the birds and everything like that. So, you know.
So many things.
They're focused on TikTok and drag shows. That is the focus right now, people. That is what's killing us. TikTok and drag shows.
Yep, it's ruining us.
Like, can't you see how damaging this is to us?
It's so harmful.
Fuckers.
Speaking of TikTok, the TikTok congressional hearing was this past week, and we realized that everybody in the Congress is old as fuck and does not know how to use the internet.
They're dumb.
They don't know what TikTok is, and all of them are idiots.
They can't spell Wi-Fi either.
Yeah. I mean, some of the most absurd questions I've ever heard in my life. And I tweeted this, and I said, not only was it gaslighting, but there were definitely undertones of racism.
Oh, absolutely.
In the way they were talking to Xiao Chu, who is not Chinese. He's from Singapore.
They were berating this. I'm trying to find one of the clips. Like,
it was disgusting. It was nasty. It was xenophobic. It was racist. All of the isms. It was it.
Yeah.
It was everything.
Everything was there. Like, sometimes I really like, honestly. Sometimes I love our podcast, but sometimes I'll be like so aggravated that we have to discuss this stuff because I'll be like, this actually happens?
Yes, and it was so nasty.
Oh my gosh. So this is one conversation. It's like, I love people on TikTok, like, real interaction. Like, this is not a game. This actually happened. Like,
the only face data that you will get that we collect is when you use the filters to have, say, sunglasses on your face. We need to know where your eyes are.
Why do you need to know what the eyes are if you're not seeing if they're dilated?
And that data is stored on your local device and deleted after use if you use it for facial. Again, we do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users.
I find that hard to believe. It's our understanding that they're looking at the eyes. How do you determine what age they are then?
We rely on age gating as our key age assurance.
Age
gating, which is when you ask the user what age they are. We have also developed some tools where we look at their public profile to go through the videos that they post to see whether...
Well, that's creepy. Tell me more about that.
It's public. So if you post a video, you choose that video to go public, that's how you get people to see your video.
Can you send that to me?
sorry. Like,
it's just like all the people on Congress who are like, I want this app banned. They don't know anything about it. And my thing is like, as a TikToker, I guess I can officially call myself that. Like,
definitely.
Y'all fucking with people's money.
Girl, listen, some like my FYP page, a lot of it just like, hey, follow me on Instagram. Some people have already left. They're like, you know what, let me start getting the bag over here on Instagram.
Yeah.
Which to me is like, I find that hard, I find it horrible because like the algorithm on Instagram is abysmal.
Horrendous.
It's horrible.
And by the way, they're not gonna be making money on Instagram too much longer because Zuckerberg is ending the creator payment thing. Okay, so you're not even he's phasing that out because he's hoping that he can put TikTok in the can. That way he don't have to go. So that way y'all can go back to the way Instagram used to be when y'all was doing all that shit for free.
Listen, Mark Zuckerberg is not a nice person.
He's not a nice person.
We saw that in the social network. The way Facebook even happened. Like,
yeah, I mean,
hello, so, it's on brand.
So yeah, I mean, this TikTok ban will not go over well. And I assure you, like, when I tell you the whites are uniting,
I don't think it's gonna happen. I really don't. I honestly think that this is just, unfortunately, I feel like this is just a distraction because again, you're talking about TikTok and drag shows when you have 6 people that just died in Nashville.
Yeah.
You got Philadelphia with contaminated water. Flint still don't have no water. Okay. All this stuff. You got DeSantis over here just trying to erase Black history, like whatever. Like TikTok, like I don't think it's gonna happen. I really don't.
It's the least of our problems, but I think because it's such a like TikTok is really competing with Google. Like it's a #1 search engine at this point.
It is, honestly.
It's competing with Google. It's competing with Netflix, Hulu, YouTube. Like TikTok is that girl. The algorithm does what it needs to do. Like
I always wonder how, because I know you said that before, like how it competes. I feel like I get what you're saying, like it competes with Netflix and Hulu and stuff, but maybe not into like a full capacity because you can't really see like full movies on TikTok.
But even like in terms of like your attention, like for me, I have not watched regular TV. I just recently, because Naomi kept bugging me about it, I watched some of the Swarm show, which was weird.
Oh, I haven't. I still haven't. I watched Love Is Blind. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I can't. I don't know how y'all do. I really want to be like y'all and keep watching that shit. But listen, Cameron and Lauren are the original. They did it right.
They did.
And I don't want to see no more else. The rest of y'all are narcissists.
No, this one couple on there that like, okay.
Okay.
You know.
I don't have a whole.
That's because they old, like they're older. They're 36 and 35.
Oh,
so,
okay.
You know
Okay.
I mean?
Well, maybe it'll work for them.
They have some sense.
Yeah.
And they black.
Oh, okay. Well, I love that for them. But yeah, I mean, it's just like in terms of like your attention, it's competing for, you know, TikTok is like so many people spend so much time on it now. Like it's competing, you know, other companies can't handle the heat.
And it really sucks because if you really like, if y'all were smart enough, Congress, like you really would use TikTok to your advantage, but y'all just dumb.
I come on here every year and say, Congress people, you need to be get on TikTok to find your platform, to find the people who will vote for you. Y'all want to go about it and find out how to ban younger people from voting. That was a thing
That's basically what it is.
Y'all don't want younger people to vote because y'all know they not fucking with you, okay? Generation Z, when they finally get on the bandwagon, they getting y'all old asses the fuck out of here. Y'all are out of here, okay? Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they're not playing with y'all. They're not playing with y'all.
Over.
It's over for y'all.
Benito.
The Restrict Act, which so the Restrict Act is a part of what the TikTok is a bigger picture of the TikTok ban. And here is another video explaining it.
If you live in North Carolina,
not that one.
How we use the internet is about to fundamentally change forever, and it's terrifying. This is Bill S686, also known as the Restrict Bill. You'll probably know it as the TikTok ban bill, but it does so much more than just that. It actually does more than any bill I think we've ever seen. I encourage everyone to read it by going here and clicking the text tab, but here are the main takeaways. Foreign adversaries can change by definition, but a few are already listed. They are the People's Republic of China, including Hong Kong, Special Administration Region, the Republic of Cuba, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and of course, the Russian Federation and Venezuela under the regime of Nicolas Maduro Moros. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but these definitions can change at any time. The bill covers hardware technology like modems, routers, and home cameras, and virtual tech like VPNs, and basically bans them if they are manufactured by or used to contact and deal with foreign adversaries. Speaking of VPNs, using VPNs to bypass banned apps such as TikTok is made a criminal act under this bill, and the penalty, it's a minimum imprisonment of 20 years and a minimum fine of $250,000 or $1 million, depending if you knowingly did so to access banned content. The bill gives the federal government the power to monitor any activity used by these suspected devices, virtual or otherwise. Essentially, they can monitor what you are doing at home 24/7 without even informing you. This includes things such as routers, video games, streaming apps, smart thermostats, Ring cameras, basically anything that uses the internet. Now, the real terrifying part of all of this, as if that all wasn't terrifying enough, is that the bill goes on to state that this will happen by the president appointing a secretary of communication. That secretary then forms a group on their own without any voter input whatsoever. This group can have meetings behind closed doors. They don't have to disclose anything. They can ban and deem anything inappropriate or a risk to security at any moment in time. And if they do, they can go through your instant messages, your emails, texts, basically anything that uses the internet, and they can censor it. So in summary, this bill can effectively ban anything the government deems inappropriate extremely quickly without warning. The ramifications of this range from breaking up mass communication methods to even watching the cameras in your home, aka spying on you. It really is that bad, and I am not speaking in hyperbole. Please contact your reps. I have a video on my TikTok ban playlist on how to...
Listen, the last part we said, this is scary because we have to think about we're on the end of the first Joe Biden's
Yeah.
reign, right? So they could choose, hear me out. They could choose to hold this until the next person is elected, and if it is a Republican, y'all not fucking listening.
Yeah, y'all really not,
Y'all are
because-
not fucking listening.
Honestly, the whole time you were reading that, like, so I literally looked the bill up, like, on Congress.gov. Like, so first of all, the sponsor is Senator Mark Warren, D, Virginia.
He's a bitch too.
Okay. And some of the laws that he has, first of all, it's only been introduced, but you know how it goes. So it's introduced, then it needs to be passed by the Senate, then it needs to be passed by the House, then to the president, then it becomes a law. So the fact that Ron DeSantis is not an official candidate, but he's in talks to run for president. So imagine if he's trying to ban Black history just within the state of Florida. Imagine what he will do if he gets to the Oval Office. Seriously, even if Trump and is, as manipulative as he is, if he gets back into the office, think about what could happen here. This bill is disgusting. I really, it's giving somebody that doesn't have a life, in my opinion, because, listening to what he was saying with the Ring cameras and everything like that, I'm like, what are y'all trying to hide from? This is my whole thing.
And here's what's really ironic about this is that they're doing all this shit with the TikTok congressional hearing talking about, first of all, is China going to have access to our data and whatnot? You guys are literally trying to install something that will literally, like, you would have our data, you would use it against us the way you guys think.
Yeah.
The way you guys think China, which is not a fucking Chinese app, it's Singaporean. It's a Singapore app. Y'all think what you think Singapore is going to do is what you actually are trying to do
right
to
here.
Americans. And that's fucking crazy. That's insane.
Child.
Wake the fuck up.
Y'all really need to pay attention.
Y'all are not paying attention. Like, this is deeper. They are really trying to control us.
Like, seriously.
They trying to make this shit a dictatorship.
Some of these bills that...
It's real weird out here.
That's just me clicking on Senator Mark Warren. Like, some of these bills that he's co-sponsored, some of the committees, like, I'm literally was scrolling there. I'm like, what are you, like, ugh.
It's a really weird. Go figure out pay attention, like y'all on here bullshitting, trying to do the aesthetic. The aesthetic is going to fucking vote.
Y'all.
That's the new aesthetic. Until we can figure out how we can keep our rights in this country as an American, the only aesthetic needs to be, who are you voting for?
Seriously.
What are you voting for? The aesthetic is, are you voting in your local elections?
Y'all really need to go on Congress.gov and just take a look at some of the bills that are being introduced. Forget those, and I think that's the lesson here. Like, don't just pay attention to the bills that are being passed, okay? And I need you guys to really educate yourselves on how this works. Like, being passed doesn't mean anything. It's just passed. It hasn't, you know what I mean? But you really need to pay attention to what's being introduced. Pay attention to people that y'all are voting for, that represent you, or that you didn't vote for, just to see where their mind is at. Kind of backtrack. See, like, because in these campaigns, they say they doing a lot of all this until it's time to post up. Okay? Y'all really need to pay attention to what is going on. Some of these acts, just by the names, you already kind of, like, American Security Drone Act of 2023. Sponsored by our favorite guy, Rick Scott.
Oh my God.
Florida. It's just...
This shit's insidious, it's disgusting, it's nasty. I'm telling you.
There's certain names that just continue to pop up. Mark Warner, Tim Kaine. I'm seeing the same names over and over and over and over again. So
this is nasty. This is some nasty shit, man. I don't like this. I do not like this.
I like one assault weapons ban of 2023. Okay. Of course, that's sponsored by a woman, Dianne Feinstein,
Child.
who y'all running her up out of here.
Okay. We can run through these real quick.
A resolution celebrating Black History Month. Sorry.
We're gonna I have to get her because she'll go all day.
Because I'm sitting here like,
She'll go all day. NAACP said Negroes don't go to Florida. They are putting a travel ban for Black people on the state of Florida.
Yes. They introduced this. It hasn't been official yet. They still have some people that they need to meet with. They're looking to do this as early as like May. And honestly, rightfully so.
Yo.
Shout out to the NAACP because it's like, why are you coming here? They don't like Black people here. They do not like Black people. However, I will say a lot of business owners are kind of like, oh,
yeah,
calm down. Because what you're not going to do is run us out of business because of what DeSantis is doing. I see it from both ends. I really do. I understand it from a business point. It's like, listen, people come here. They want to eat my food. They want to eat my fried chicken and all that stuff like that. My little fried alligator. That's perfectly fine. But I also understand it from the NAACP image awards. I was about to say
it's okay.
From the NAACP standpoint, it's like, listen, they're literally trying to erase us down here.
Yep.
For no other reason than just hatred and racism. So why would you come here?
Yep.
Literally.
Yep.
Your kids will be okay not going to Disney World until we get these laws back in check.
This is, see, when I asked you about like organizing today, like I don't know how many of us would actually be like, oh, I'm gonna go without.
Yeah.
That's real as fuck.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, a lot of those, like, back then, they didn't have that much to lose.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's hard because, like, damn, we should still be like, I can go without in order to make sure that, you know, we get the justice and, you know, the respect that we deserve.
For the greater good.
For the greater good. Like,
And it's interesting. It's like, you know, I write a lot of stories about Ben Crump. And there's part of, like, sometimes I'll be like, damn, him again. But at the end of the day, I can appreciate him and I can respect him because nobody else is doing it.
Right.
So why not him? If he is taking the time to do, first of all, he's a civil rights attorney. Anything that has to do with Black people and injustices, he is there.
Yeah.
He is there. So I really can't be mad until you know, like to what sis is saying, you know what I'm saying? Y'all too busy, you know, making aesthetically pleasing videos on TikTok, which is fine. We all like them. We all double tap and save them. But
right.
Can we do something else? Like, can we get together to, you know, if like, what would happen if we really was like, you know what? All Black people do not go to Florida. Unless you live there. We can't stop you from living there.
Yeah.
But do not go to Florida. Period. And see how much of because at the end of the day, when you make an economic dent, that is when they will hear you.
Yep.
That is why activists in Durham was calling on J. Cole to cancel Dreamville Fest. That is why the NAACP is saying, do not come to Florida. That is exactly why. Prime example, what sis is talking about going back in history, that is why the Montgomery bus boycott happens.
Period.
That is exactly why. It happened to one woman and they said, oh, well, how about this? How about none of us take the motherfucking bus?
Right. Now what?
Now what happens?
Yeah.
And then
progress.
Period. Like we have to do, I don't know. We have to do something about it. We can't just keep saying like, a lot of people say it, you know, like, oh, we're going to ban this, we're going to ban that. Oh, don't go here, don't go there.
Yeah.
There's been things here in Charlotte, you know, little racist issues that have happened. And it's like, oh, well, we not going to go there no more.
It needs to be.
But y'all are still going there. So
right. Because there's always going to be like, oh, I'm going to keep going, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
I ain't going to stop.
I like they drinks. They make real good margaritas.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, like, no.
That's crazy.
No.
They called your mama a monkey.
Right.
That's
like,
crazy.
One person say something's racist and y'all don't want to hear it until it happens to you.
Woo!
Then you go there and you experience racism. It's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have come here.
I wasn't just saying they was calling us niggas because of joke.
Right.
Jokes. No, nigga.
Right. There's several bars in the city. You don't have to go to the ones that's calling you monkeys and shit.
You really don't.
You can literally go to Lee and Louise, which is Black owned.
Yep.
Get amazing drinks and foods.
Yeah. Or buy your own beverages. Pull up the YouTube.
That part.
Find a Black bartender on there.
Go to the Cocktailery and learn another Black owned business in Charlotte and learn how to make your own drinks.
There's so many options. and get drunk in your house, and that way you can get a Uber home. Wow, love that for you.
Yeah.
Look, we just helped you right now.
Honestly, we just gave you so many resources.
Yeah, instead of you going to like some bar, and and they charging you $25, and then nobody's helping you out because you're black. You don't got time for that.
Or an extra fee just because of CIAA.
Ooh, oh my God.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Remember that?
How could I forget?
Right, and then oh my God, they took it out of here.
Yeah, no shit.
Are they doing that in Baltimore?
Them niggas are getting robbed in Baltimore.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, maybe.
Robbed in season.
Yeah.
Nice watch. Run it. Man, we heard they was going to Baltimore. We said, oh.
Hell no.
We'll see you guys in 2 years.
Okay. Okay.
We can say these for something else.
Okay.
But we'll do. All right. So the last thing on the list here. The black girls were y'all was upset.
I haven't said anything until I said I was saving it for the show. That's my new. I save things for the show.
Y'all was upset, and I hate this for y'all, but I hate this for this girl if it happened also. So was this Friday? This was Friday when this news came out.
Friday or Saturday.
Friday and
It's over the
Saturday.
weekend.
Anyway, we pop up on the Twitters. It's in the morning. It's like 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Jonathan Majors arrested in an incident, a strangling incident with his girlfriend. So here's the TMZ is, so TMZ is the source of this, right? This is where the source is coming from, right? TMZ is like, boom, Jonathan Majors was arrested Friday night or Saturday night, whatever, depending. Jonathan Majors was arrested Friday night for strangling his girlfriend in a cab on the way home in Brooklyn, New York. And apparently this situation also escalated inside the apartment or whatever. So everybody like, oh shit, not Jonathan Majors.
Girl, I saw it. I was like, okay,
I was like, oh Lord,
I'm not doing this.
So then, like a day or two afterwards, because first of all, his team was trying to be in front of it. They were like, this is not true. We have evidence, yada, yada, yada. So the team comes out and is like, the girlfriend, because the girlfriend is like, she's the one who's like, he strangled me, up in the cab. And then, some more shit happened in the apartment. The team come out and is like, she's recanted her statement.
Right.
There's actually video evidence in the cab of her hitting him. Okay. And he had called the police on her, but they had to arrest somebody. So they arrested him. That's the last I've heard of this story.
Literally. Honestly, that's the last I've heard of it either. So like, okay. Okay. Now, y'all know I be for the brothers for the most part. For the most part. If this is true, if he did I don't condone any man put his hand on a woman unprovoked. Unprovoked. Let me stand my ground. Unprovoked. Because some of y'all chicks, white, black, or whatever, be ODing, okay? So, I don't condone that. So, if that's the case, then, dude, you knew better. You are at the top of the world right now. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Honestly, my red flags with this case came from Cab. I said, why is, and this is not me putting him on a pedestal, but like, I found it odd that all of a sudden he's like, him and his girlfriend are in a cab.
Okay.
In Brooklyn.
Why? Okay. Why is that? Why is that the red flag?
You don't have a Uber XL or nobody like a driver to come pick you up. You got Marvel checks and Creed 3 checks, and you taking.
They might have been a surcharge. They be surcharged.
And you catching a cab in Brooklyn. Let's be very transparent here. Come on now.
I don't know.
Come on now. That's number one. Number two, they said that she went to the police station the very next day. She did not go straight to the police. Now, I don't know what it's like to be a victim of domestic violence.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that feels like to be like, because like, I'm going straight to the police. You might be in so much shock, especially if he's never put his hands on you before. Like, whoa, because apparently, he got a text message from another woman.
That's right. That's why.
Yeah, he got a text message from another woman, and she spazzed. Granted, sis, like I said, this nigga got Marvel checks and Creed 3 checks. And we all saw him in Creed 3.
Yeah.
The body was bodying. Okay, we know the DMs was booming. Talking about he don't got no social media. No. Cut it out. I don't want to hear that.
He might not, but he probably give it out.
He's just like Kevin Durant and Donald Glover. He got burner accounts, and that's just what it is.
I ain't dealing with you.
Okay. I don't believe that. Him in that cup. But then, so if they said somebody was like, she said that he strangled her.
Right.
There were apparently there were no marks on her neck. This is all allegedly. There were no marks on her neck. She had a laceration.
They said that she went
behind her ear.
That she was treated in the hospital. That she went to the hospital the next day and that she was treated. I'm trying to find the update on this. The last thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's it say?
Yeah, it's still a development story. It's low key, a think piece, kind of.
Okay.
But it is saying like the public response was swift and severe. Tweets, comments, and reactions were divided into two opposing camps, both presenting problematic, all for nothing thinking.
Damn.
Literally, okay. There were those who pointed the finger at the alleged victim, quickly attempting to discredit a woman who claimed to be a victim of domestic violence.
Damn. Sorry.
What happened?
I hit.
No. Okay, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
And those who labeled Majors as guilty, regardless of the murky details and the fact that black men historically face more frequent and harsher punishments than white counterparts.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have all the answers as to what happened, but the instinct to pick a person to vilify says a lot about the state of our culture, experts say. So yeah, this is basically a think piece. Because they compare it to Johnny Depp and Amber Heard or whatever, and like that. I will say I agree with that take on it. And that's why I said I wasn't saying anything until the show because, again, I don't agree with anybody. I don't agree with any man putting his hands on a woman unprovoked.
Oh, wait, hold on. This was from yesterday.
Okay.
Jonathan Majors arraigned on several assault and harassment charges. God damn. Actor Jonathan Majors was arraigned on several assault and harassment charges Sunday, the Manhattan DA's office tells CNN. The complaint does not name the female accuser, but claims the defendant did strike her about the face with an open hand, causing substantial pain and a laceration behind her ear. She also claims the defendant put his hand on her neck, causing bruising and substantial pain. CNN has reached out to representatives for Majors to comment on his arraignment.
On a Sunday?
I know. A judge released Majors on his own
recognition.
Recognizance?
Recognizance.
There you go. And granted a limited order of protection according to the DA's office. Major's attorney told CNN Sunday there are 2 written statements from the woman recanting these allegations, adding that they are presenting evidence to the DA, including video footage from the vehicle where this episode took place, witness testimony from the driver and others who both saw and heard the episode. Damn. Attorney Priya Chaudhry expects the charges to be dropped. The Manhattan DA's office would not comment regarding the defense attorney's claims the woman recanted.
Well, she had to get the laceration from somewhere. If she went to the hospital, I mean, now a doctor will be like, "Girl, that ain't fresh." You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here. You fell in your mama driveway when you were 12,
girl,
and
that
now
ain't
you sit
fresh.
here. You know what I'm saying? A doctor will doctors don't got time. Like, I got lives to save. I don't got time to be dealing with this bullshit.
This is hella sus. Yeah, guys. I mean,
something is off here because and hopefully it is. I mean, maybe he just has that type of camp where it's like, I'm not saying nothing until everything is clear. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But to what I was reading earlier, like, she's absolutely right. Or the writer is absolutely right. Everybody jumped to the conclusion.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, the TikTok hoteps, girl, forget about it. Forget about it. My whole thing with, like, honestly, that wasn't the most troubling part for me. The most troubling part for me was all of a sudden all these directors, without blue checks next to their name have so much to say about Jonathan Majors' behavior. He's a narcissist. He's this. He's always been volatile. All this. I'm like,
yes.
I'm like, wait. So now all of us in this. Okay. All right. Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. The directors that I'm talking about were white men.
Oh.
They were white men. Okay.
Oh my God.
So you was quick to jump on the beating Jonathan Majors down bandwagon. Where y'all weren't cheering for him when he was in the Ant-Man. Y'all weren't cheering for him when Creed. Y'all not cheering for him when he's on his way up. But as soon as he's on his way down, he's not all the way down. He ain't on the R. Kelly. He's just, if he's at the top, he might have fell off a little bit. Yeah. Now all of a sudden y'all want to come and add fuel to the fire. I don't accept it. If somebody, and this is like what we say about white men, white men all the time. You don't want to speak up when it's ready, when it's time to.
Damn.
You don't want to speak up when it's time to. If Jonathan Majors was such a problem, oh, I worked with him back in college. Oh, I worked with him on this one set. Oh, I worked with him on this set. Why didn't you say something then?
Why didn't you say something earlier? Why didn't you say something before this altercation come out? Like, because I know if I was like, man, that nigga's crazy, I would have said it years ago. I would have been like, as soon as I saw him pop up in Love Cup, I've been like, I don't know, watch out for him, y'all. He be hitting bitches.
Like, literally.
I
don't
you know what I'm
understand.
saying?
I don't get it.
All of a sudden, all of a sudden, now there's all these recounts of him being an abuser. Where were y'all at? I'm just saying, like, it's really weird when y'all do wait.
It is. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, all of a sudden he's on a downfall, and now y'all want to say something? Like, nah.
Kick me while I'm up.
For real. Don't try to kick me when I'm down.
Kick me while I'm up, you coward.
Because at the end of the day, now if these charges are dropped and it's come to find out that this sis was just lying,
I would sue everybody.
Okay.
I would search my name on Twitter.
Him and Megan Thee Stallion need to collaborate.
Okay. And figure out what Cardi B did, okay?
Literally. That's who he needs to talk to.
Because Tasha went to a whole other fucking country to...
Listen. She lost her appeal the other day. She tried it again, and they was like...
Wrong. Get Cardi B's lawyer.
Literally.
Okay, because...
Cardi and Megan got...
Because that's how you do a defamation case. For sure.
Seriously.
For sure.
That was like my biggest thing with this. I was like, hold on. Now everybody, and now all of a sudden Jonathan Majors ain't shit.
I mean, it really came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, I'm scrolling through. I'm like, oh, damn. Where y'all come from? I ain't seen. This is the first I'm hearing him being an asshole. And
again, it's only by directors. He done worked on several sets. We done seen him in several things over the last 5 years.
It was crazy.
Ain't nobody said nothing about this man.
Mums was the word.
Ain't nobody said nothing about this man other than the fact that he fine as hell. That's all they was saying.
That's it.
All of a sudden he get an assault charge and y'all like, well,
I knew he was.
I saw him break a stick in half and I knew. Like, get the fuck out of here.
That was crazy. That's crazy.
I don't like it.
That is crazy.
Well, like I said, she had to get the laceration from somewhere. So
where did she get that laceration from?
That's my whole thing. But I mean, if there's video evidence and witnesses that's like,
I don't know this.
That's not what happened. Then, I mean, I'm trying. Like, what we're waiting for? Release it.
Okay. Air the video out now.
Yeah, put the video out.
Put the video out now.
What's the problem?
Jonathan Majors need to make a social media account just so he can release the video.
It's given TMZ ain't doing their job because we would have had it already.
Yeah, because we had that Beyonce video and we didn't even know it ain't had no audio on it.
Right.
All we know is that Solange was swinging on Jay-Z in the elevator.
That security officer was like, oh shit.
Okay, listen, I'm risking my job for this shit. They probably got to pay a lot of money for that too, though.
DM and TMZ like, the check needs to be clear if I hit send.
Yo, because I would have did that too. Because they got paid a good amount of money for that shit.
Run me $2 million and I'll hit send.
They got paid a good amount of money.
I'll show you a screenshot.
Okay.
Hell out of here.
They got paid a good amount of money for that. That's it for this week's episode, you guys.
Ciao.
I know that one was rough, but listen, y'all need to wake up.
Wake up, everybody. No. Actually, you know what? That is more the vibe.
Wait.
Yeah, it's more Lawrence Fishburne than Teddy Pendergrass.
Wake up.
Absolutely.
Okay, wake your ass up.
Definitely Lawrence Fishburne.
Definitely. I will not be gaslighting y'all today because we got a brand new review, 5-star review. And actually, you know what? I am going to gaslight you.
Oh.
Because this person sent it to us through our email.
Sure did.
So even if she didn't have access to, Apple Music, so she couldn't leave a review, she went to the email.
Right.
So if she can go to the email and leave a review, why can't you? Just, yeah. Anyway, go ahead, sis.
I'm going to read it.
Yeah, who's this from?
5 stars and then some.
Ooh.
Y'all are legit my little sisters in my head. I have listened since season 1, episode 1, and I love y'all for real. You all make me laugh. I love the commentary and energy between you two. Always brings a smile to my face, even when the lineup is heavy. I am quite ashamed that after all this time, I have never sent a review, but hopefully I will no longer carry the guilt and shame I fully receive at the end of every episode when Sierra puts me totally on blast to the whole damn word, to the whole damn world. Heard? Okay, I got it. Mark it done. But seriously, it wasn't a chore. You all deserve deserve all the glow and all the positive love, energy, and light. Keep pushing, keep laughing. Y'all have two of the best laughs, and keep your melanin sparkle aglow. I hope your small gift makes a difference in your big dreams. I love you all for real. Your big sis in my head, Kelly.
Oh, Kelly.
It's so like
that was one like that. That might be one of the nicest reviews anyone has ever given us. That is so sweet,
like literally.
And
like,
I love that you look at us like little sisters in your head.
Literally.
That is so freaking cute.
I love it.
And I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, like, for real. Like, thank you for taking the time out to write us an email. Like, that means a lot, man.
It really
like,
does.
It really does. Like, this stuff is hard. Like, to you know, we've been doing it for a long time, and it's a passion of ours. And so,
yeah,
you know, it's just, when I be harassing y'all, it's like, it's to help us for morale. Like, for real, for real. Like, y'all don't realize how hard this shit is, man.
and to harass y'all because, like, why y'all?
Why don't... She sent the email, my dog.
She sent the email.
Shout out to Kelly.
For real.
For real. OG, she said, day one, stay one.
For real. Ooh, so that she listened to the first episode?
Oh, you listen to that shit, girl?
Oh, my God.
Damn. Kelly, you really been through the fire. You got it out the mud with us.
For real.
Salute to you. You was at the beginning.
Child. We ain't had no music. We had a name. We just
and you stayed? That's wild.
We just pressed play.
Kelly,
it was like,
hey guys. Kelly listened to episode 1 from the beginning and stayed. That's
Damn.
crazy. That's crazy.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy as hell. Love you. Kelly, you the number 1 MVP. Because it wouldn't fucking be me, okay? I'd be like, oh, hell no. I'm out of here. First episode is horrible. And I will stay there for the rest of my life. It's horrid. So, and she stayed through.
Oh my goodness gracious.
She saw it in us. Thank you so much. Because I would have done it. Anyway.
Honestly.
You know. So yeah. Yeah, for real. Thank you so much, Kelly, for that. If you leave a 5-star review, you would have got yours read on the show today.
Exactly.
But you did it. Anyway, we're on a bunch of platforms. We're on Twitter at HeadWrappOD. We're on Instagram at Headwraps and Lipsticks. Check out our Facebook page, Headwraps and Lipsticks, the podcast. Go to our website, www.headwrapsandlipsticks.com. We have crew necks and t-shirts that are for sale but not on sale. Remember, you can send us cash any amount of ways. We would prefer Zelle at this point. But the Cash App is there as well. Zelle is host at headwrapsandlipsticks.com. The Cash App is $HeadWrapPod. And of course, the GoFundMe link is always there. Lastly, we are on a bunch of streaming platforms. Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Yes. Comment, share, subscribe, leave all the things. Share it with your mama and whatnot. Share it with everybody.
Yeah.
All right, sis. Do you have a joke this week?
I do.
Okay, what is your joke? Mm-hmm. Ma'am.
It's the picture for me. What does a robot do after sex?
This sounds ridiculous. I have no idea.
He nuts and bolts.
Who sent you that shit? Who sent you that shit?
Oh, look at the picture.
I'm annoyed.
Thank you, Sean Jade.
I really want better for Sean Jade. I really do. You know, as soon as he decides to do better,
oh my God,
we can all do better.
This is hilarious.
I really want better for Sean.
Oh
Jade,
God,
and I'm so sorry.
Honestly, it's the picture. It's really the picture.
It's so horrible. It's so bad.
Oh God, that was funny.
It was tragic.
Oh goodness.
Thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Bye. Tragic.
Getting nuts.
Yes, I got it.